Haspel, I reckon he started off the pace a bit. It was him for a while.
He's my most hated person on player.
Yeah, he hates him.
How can you literally like him?
How can you not like him?
He's the biggest, smallest loser. Biggest, smallest.
Biggest, smallest loser.
Last meal, like this is your last day today. What are you having?
A really good fruit salad. Like, I know that sounds real bad. I think of like the best time you've eaten that fruit, like all that combined with passion fruit on top.
You're not out like hungry. Yeah, it's getting really eaten, right?
Ball Magnets Podcast would love to thank this week's brand sponsor, SUPERBOOST, the next generation in performance hydration. SUPERBOOST is the only sports drink built by athletes for the next generation, formulated to boost performance and improve recovery. SUPERBOOST is packed with electrolytes, is low in sugar and calories, and an unbeatable taste across delicious flavours, including blueberry grape, strawberry watermelon, and my favourite, orange mango. SUPERBOOST is now available at stores including 7-Eleven, IGA, and more.
He's a superstar. He is an absolute superstar, Tom Mitchell. Cripps at the back. Cripps is too good. Yes! Oh, how good was that?
All right, boys, I'm just going to roll straight in because I don't want to waste too many of our chats. I feel like we've already wasted a few good ones. Got Guinea here in the Balenci's. I feel like this setup, we've only used this setup once before, but it feels like it's either Fox Footy on the couch or LeBron's barbershop. What vibes are you getting?
Oh, I'm feeling Fox Footy on the couch.
See, I'm gonna take the barbershop.
Yeah,
man. That's vibes.
You'd wear Balenciagas on the couch.
Yeah, I just rolled that shit, man.
I feel like that's just you though. Like you have to, fashion-wise, you have to do something different always.
Yeah, I don't know, it sort of started like at the club. It's just like so boring and basic what we wear. So
yeah,
I just try to like chuck something different on, always wearing a different coloured headband or something like that, just to spice it up.
Did Shan come up to you one game, you had like a colourful headband on and you were about to run out? He's like, mate, you can't wear the coloured headband.
Yeah, I had a pink headband on for Mother's Day. Thought I could get away with it, but yeah, Shan quickly ran up to him. He was like, no, we can't do that. So
only black one.
Yeah, only black or white team colours.
Who's your top 5Q fashion at the club? Because Guinea's taste isn't for everyone. I've had a lot of solid feedback about my fashion coming into the club. Real others bad areas.
Tom Wilson won.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's him.
He's him. Yeah, he puts the effort in.
Yeah, he's different.
But so my argument before we continue is, who are you guys trying to impress when you dress up coming to the club? Because I'm happy to come in pretty much trackies and training kit and just get to work.
That was wild. So Tom came to training yesterday, 7 o'clock, with his Collingwood gear.
Oh, you can't do that.
I don't see the issue with that. I've got physio at 7. I'm like, I'm just going to get to my locker and get changed.
But then what are you leaving?
No, I have kit in my bag. But like nothing like, not wearing Balenciaga and stuff. Like if I'm going out to dinner, if we're getting dinner or we're going out one night, like I'll make sure I'm looking my best. But like, if I'm going to the club, I'm seeing the boys, I'm literally happy to wear whatever.
I feel like it's just like a good like self like.
Yeah, I think it's important.
It's a good feel.
For me, it's like I always dress to impress. Like doesn't matter where I could be going to Coles, and I'm still like just still fitting it out a little bit. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I got it from my dad. My dad's like big into fashion, so like he's always like instilled that in me.
So who's in the top 5? So we're pretty. We don't have to have an order, but we can agree Tommy Wilson's in the top 5.
He's in the top 5.
Yeah. Would you have Lipper in there? Paddy Lipinski?
Yeah, Lipper's in there.
Yeah, Lipper's just real clean. He gives me like, him and Jamie Elliott give me like Devin Booker vibes.
True,
like,
Jamie's pretty good.
Josh
Dacos?
Yeah.
He's got like a, what would you
there.
call it? Like he's got like his sort of style.
He's also quite clean.
Alty.
Yeah, it's like a clean look as well,
Yeah.
I think.
Lipper and JD like sort of the same.
But then I feel like
Geordie is good. Is good. Nah, don't rate.
Not him.
I was rocking a Christian Dior jacket the other day.
Yeah, no, but see, he just goes and, I'm a roast Geordie right here.
Yeah, hit him.
Because he just goes and buys like some designer stuff. I mean, too far, I'm wearing designer right now, but he'll just go and wear some Christian Dior jacket and then wear some Brock up pants and stuff, and then you know what I mean? You gotta.
So what are you saying? Like,
I'm saying he's just.
He hasn't found his like echelon.
Yeah, he's not there yet.
He's got money, so like.
Yeah, he just
He can
dresses
just
like he's
roll
got
up.
money.
Yeah, he can just roll up in like.
So Geordie's out. All right, who else? All right, let's go. I shouldn't say it, but let's go bottom 5. Are we talking just at the club? Because I'm happy to copy it at the club. Outside the club.
Yeah, outside of the club, you're actually you're good.
Quite clean?
Yeah, you're good.
Take that. Who's in bottom 5? Can you be ruthless? Because I know you want to be.
I'm
I'm pretty happy with these, by the way.
Yeah, I'm all for them.
Flames.
Shout out to Asics.
Yeah, shout out to Asics.
Well, they're coming back. That's like a
I know.
It's a full circle.
yeah.
I feel like
fashion, baby.
these are back in, yeah.
I'd wear them for sure.
Yeah. If Tommy Wilson's wearing them, they're good enough for...
I reckon bottom. I've got two straight off the bat. Jacob Bryant. He's wearing
as
he's
bottom,
rolling
5?
with trackies and green Crocs.
Yeah, green Crocs,
I
yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
You see, I don't mind that.
Nah, but like, I just can't have that. straight
Is there
off the
respect for like not giving a shit?
bat. Yeah,
No, there is. I do respect it.
yeah, true.
But
Footy's doing the talking there.
it is, yeah.
That's right. And Double H, like, I know.
Who's that?
Harvey
Harvey
Harvey.
Harrison, yeah.
He's
You know, Drip. Drip sometimes be wearing the worst. Trey Rusco, for those who don't know, be wearing some of the worst kits I'll probably ever seen.
I love
Those
Trey's.
parachute trackies.
I love Trey's setup.
Size
He'll
triple
go,
XL.
yeah, Foogies. He'll go full matching tracksuit, like Ali G style.
It's just
so good.
and like 4 sizes.
Yeah,
too.
he's bro. It looking like he's about to go parachuting out there.
So good.
That's not it.
Everyone's got their ways. We love it. Even Pendle's, like he'll rock in and just his slides. Like he's pretty casual to the
He's
club.
very casual, but
Yeah.
he's just like a dad and like a bit
Yeah,
older.
that's
so
fair.
He can
That's
do what he
fair. He's in
wants.
dad mode.
Yeah.
What about, so like there's differences in fashion. What about, we were chatting before about like how everyone's got their own like pre-game routine and how everyone's slightly different. Like Guinea's a real chiller. Me and you are probably more like, we like to get there early and like do everything.
Yeah.
I just find it so funny, like, because Guinea always laughs at me because I'll get to the game, like, I don't know how early before, and I'll get changed, like, straight away. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, what are you doing? You're just sitting here for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I always get angry at Isaac just like for no reason. He's at the G like 3 hours before the game, and I'm just like at home still or like chilling in the pool at the club, and I'm like, bro, like what are you doing? Like, just like I want to like walk with someone or something, but everyone's already gone. And then like you said, I get to the ground and you got your boots on ready to go, and I'm just chilling in my baggy.
He's been warming up for
Oh, man,
3 hours
I'm in a
already.
full sweat.
4 hours of stretching. I've got my big shorts on that go down to about under my kneecaps, just chilling. These shit headphones in probably, and just rolling around the G, laying on the ground or something.
So
But,
good.
Yeah, everyone does their thing different, but yeah, I'm a bit of a chiller before the game.
It is funny how everyone needs different things though. Like even in warm-ups, you sometimes like go do your own thing. And I think that's like a real good thing about the club. Like sometimes like some guys like to get right up and about, like right into the tunes. Other guys like to chill. Where would you reckon you would fit? Because you're very diligent. Like you do everything. Like you're him when it comes to preparation.
No, you're him when it comes.
No, I reckon you've got me
different.
covered. But you like your work ethic's like next level. Like every day, weights, every off day, you seem to be in there. Game day, you like getting early, but you like still like having a good time in there as well.
Yeah, I'm big on like getting there early because I hate being late.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest thing. Like I cannot like be fucked with being late.
Yeah.
So I always try and get in really early and get my physio treatment done. And then once the tunes get on, I kind of like just kind of mellow out and vibe out with the tunes.
Whose tunes are they, by the way? I know we've got a few songs that we always like to listen to.
Darcy Moore has it's his playlist, but like a few of us have collated our
Bit of Fred to get in
songs.
there.
Yeah,
that's huge.
It's a real diverse
It's good.
mix of music.
The song that you always dance to is really good. It's like, I don't even know how to sing it. It's like,
Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Surfing. Yeah. Big vibe.
There's a good mix there. What about, we were chatting about basketball as well. Are you guys LeBron fans?
Go.
Yeah, he's number one.
This is our version of LeBron's barbershop in Australia. It's the Ball Magnets pod. So we thought,
Shout out Bron.
because we were having a debate the other day, Pendles doesn't rate LeBron.
What?
I know. Well, he didn't have, they had like, I think he posted it, they had like 6 players
Oh yeah.
who he leaving on the bench. And it was like Steph Curry, Kobe, KD, Jordan, Shaq.
I thought he was just doing that to just get some reaction.
Nah, it was genuine.
He's been full dead serious.
Yeah.
I'm off it.
So my question to you guys, because I feel like I just love these nuffy basketball questions. All-time starting 5 of the modern era, like from the Jordan era onwards. Like we're not going back to Wilt Chamberlain when he's scoring 100 points against fucking 5'2" guys.
Mine's pretty stock standard. I think to a lot of people. Mine's Curry at the 1, Jordan 2, LeBron 3, KD 4, and then Shaq or Akeem 5. I'll probably go Shaq just.
Oh, that's pretty elite.
Yeah.
I'm saying very, very similar. I'm going Curry 1, Jordan 2, and then I might even go. I might play Kobe at the 3, push LeBron to the 4, and then Shaq at the 5, just to be different. Because I actually I like his. That's a good list.
I'll go different again just because to keep it interesting.
Yeah, just for.
Agree on Steph.
Is he better than Magic, Steph? Like,
Yeah.
But are we doing that era?
Well, yeah. I
no,
think
just
so.
like in general. Like,
Well, I think. Well, I don't know. I feel like we didn't see that
Yeah, I
era
have
as
no
much.
idea.
because
Steph's
I don't
the
know
best
how
shooter
good
ever.
Magic is.
Yeah.
Apparently, like he's
He just threw
unbelievable.
dimes. Yeah. And he's won what 5 championships. Could you fit Giannis in an all-time 5, or he's not quite there yet? Like I'm just thinking, if you want to go real athletic, like guard all 5 positions, like.
Oh, he's a cheat code, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
cheat code.
like in a few years, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because he could he nearly should have won MVP this year. Like,
True. Who won it? Embiid won it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I thought was bullshit. I don't like Embiid. So
You
Really?
think Jokic?
yeah,
Are you happy with Jokic?
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Jokic is crazy.
Do you reckon that's why? The narrative is that they don't want the same guy to
100%.
win. You
Well,
know?
I think LeBron would have won 8.
Yeah.
But they just didn't want the same guy to win. So
Yeah.
there's times where LeBron would average double what Steve Nash averaged or whatever who won it, and
Yeah.
he just wouldn't win it.
Yeah,
just
true.
Because,
True.
You're saying some of those stats are crazy, like how the other person's won it over LeBron
Yeah.
in those years. It's
I know.
just absurd.
Show us what you were drinking there again.
Yeah, we got
Because we got. Yeah, you go.
SUPERBOOST. We got T Flip in the house as well. So
CEO and founder, T.
Shout
Phillips.
man.
out Flip Up.
So yeah, SUPERBOOST.
So for those that don't know, SuperBoost is now a proud sponsor of the Ball Magnets podcast. So me and Flip, obviously great mates, and what he's doing with SuperBoost is pretty unreal. And obviously you guys actually love the product. You drink it before every game. I know Q does. You do as well, Gin?
Yeah, I usually try to. There was one game I think in Adelaide. It hadn't reached Adelaide yet, or where we were staying, so I couldn't have it before the game. But when I'm in Melbourne, I definitely try to get my hands on a few.
Did it throw your prep out, not having a SuperBoost?
Yeah, it did a little bit. Just needed it to stick to the same thing. But I'm back on it now. I've been in Melbourne for the last few weeks, so we're chilling.
How many do you have a week, Q? Like you have a couple before every game? It's kind of like a good way to hydrate and prepare.
Yeah, firstly, I actually love the drink. Like,
I love the taste of it as well.
Yeah, like I really enjoy drinking it. It's not even it's not a chore at all for me. So the fact that it's hydrating me while I'm drinking it is the best part. But
Yeah.
I usually have, for example, this weekend I'm playing at 1:45, I think.
Day game, yeah.
So I'll have one the night before with dinner.
Yeah.
And then I'll always have the strawberry and lime, or was it strawberry and watermelon?
Strawberry and watermelon.
Strawberry and watermelon, and then I'll have the blueberry and grape in the lead up to the game once I'm going to the club and that.
I feel like we've got a big crew on them as well. Like the Dakes boys love them.
Yeah.
Like everyone loves them. So anyone out there, they're in 7-Elevens, IGAs, heaps of other stores. But boys, if you hold up the cartons to the camera, let's do now that we've done top 5, starting 5 in the NBA, let's do a top 3 SuperBoost drink in order.
Are you gonna go first?
Yes, I'll go first. It's tough. I feel like strawberry watermelon's my number 1.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's controversial. I'm going to go, these next 2 is tough. I'm probably going to go that next, the blue, and then orange third. Not only because the other 2 are elite and this is still elite, but it's tough to pick a top 3.
It's tough.
You know, it's like picking your favourite
Chocolate.
dog or child or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna second that. I'm gonna agree that order.
Yeah.
Strawberry watermelon.
Strawberry, watermelon.
I'm gonna
blueberry,
go the
grape.
same, but when you're extremely exhausted, I would go that. It's just like
Interesting.
And with some ice.
Yeah, with some ice, it feels
on
like
the rocks.
that's a real
Ooh.
quencher.
Really? On the rocks drink?
Yeah. I remember drinking it during a football game. I reckon it was Ed, and I was like on the bench holding SuperBoost.
Yeah.
And I was drinking that, and I was like absolutely fucked. And I was drinking that, and I was like, this is a real good quench.
I know.
It's like-
it's not as sugary.
I know.
Is that what you guys noticed with it? Is it's more like you can get it down easy and don't feel sick as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
I reckon
Just
hydrolyte, that's like you were saying, that's a bit of a chore. I reckon. It's
Yeah,
you're
that's
just like drinking it,
enjoyable.
and you can feel like the salt.
Yeah.
When you're drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you
Compared to
mean.
this, it's just like
It's smooth.
Yeah, you
and,
just
and
like-
tastes elite.
yeah. So I'm all for it.
Seeing as we're on, we just mentioned about choosing a dog or a child in terms of choosing a SuperBoost. You actually just got a dog in.
Yeah.
And I got a few questions because what you've done, you and Nathan Murphy have bought a dog together. It's not going to work out, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You're both going to love it. Uno,
Yeah.
it's a girl.
A girl.
And so you and Murph have been talking about getting a dog for ages. You obviously live together, are housemates. You were going to originally get one each and then thought that 2 dogs was too much. So you take it from here and tell me how it's going to pan out when you guys eventually move out.
Yeah, it's me and Murph are obviously best mates, and we live together, and we thought we could handle 2 because you obviously did have 2 and Tay had 2. And we're like, it's probably a good idea to get 2. They can look after each other, etc., etc. But then we decided the mature decision to get 1 because it's obviously pretty hard to look after 2. So, and then I got to call it Uno, which I was pretty happy with. But yeah, now Uno's down in Torquay with Murph, getting the bonding in. So I'm pretty jealous at the moment.
You got to make sure you feed her.
Yeah, so Murph's been the feeder, and I've been cleaning up after her and playing with her heaps. So it's going to be interesting. I always see TikToks where the mum and dad walk this way and the dog's in the middle and they have to run to one. So it might be that operation in 3 years' time when me and Murph split up. But yeah, it'd be pretty scary.
It's going to be tough. I'm telling you, you're both going to love it, and then it's not going to end well.
Yeah, so she can't go for walks outside at the moment, which sucks. She needs her second backs. But when that happens, I'm going to be walking her heaps, and hopefully we can build that connection. She likes me more than Murph.
Are you a dog man, Q?
So I didn't used to be. I used to have a full phobia of dogs. Like as a kid, you used to see them in like full ball.
Scared of them?
Yeah, petrified. Really? And then just slowly over time, I've kind of just come to like them a lot. I always liked them. I was just really scared of them. But over the last few years, I've kind of overcome that. And now at home with my family, we just got a dog. Her name's Brandy. Gin calls her a dingo. she
looks like a dingo.
She's a bit of a mix of a few different breeds. So
a dingo.
Dingo, it probably works well. Like a fox. She looks like a fox.
What breeds are they actually?
Oh, I don't even know, man. It's like a Jack Russell and something, I think. So
is it quick?
But she's lovely. I've never taken her for a walk. I just go and then she just jumps on me and she's super energetic. So she's pretty cool. But I'd love to get a dog one day. Like seeing Ging get his dog.
Yeah, it's great. There's nothing better. I've obviously had 2 dogs before. Had Nala and Macy. Sadly, Macy passed away, but they're just the best company. I've actually had a lot of questions asking me about what happened. I haven't wanted to talk about it because it's a pretty sad story what happened, but I've had a lot of questions and I'm happy to talk about it. You guys obviously know what happened, very sad, but the way I look at it now, it's all just positive memories. Like, I know I gave her a great life. But it was just an ordinary day at the park. I was with Darcy Cameron and Billy Frampton, 2 of the boys from the club, and the dogs were just playing like they usually would, just playing. And then, you know when a dog chases another dog and they're sort of doing zoomies around? Yeah. And Macy sort of got her leg clipped and then sort of rolled over on her head. So we think it was either a brain damage straight away or she broke her neck. So it was a horrible day, but I was literally 10 metres away from it happening, so I saw it happen and ran over. She was still conscious, still alive just. Thankfully, the boys were there to try and help me. They ran to get the car, said, quick, go get her, and I was carrying Macy to the car and she died in my arms. So very sad. In a way, I'm kind of glad I was there when she passed and I was at least with her, because I remember looking into her eyes and she sort of was looking at me and I was looking at her. It was kind of like a nice little connecting moment to finish, the few years we had together. And yeah, but very tough time in my life personally, but still got Nala. She's awesome. You love Nala again. Yeah. We were at Yochi the other night and Nala's outside trying to get a free feed as always. Loves her Yochi, loves licking the Yochi to finish it off. Yeah, but not to bring the mood down, but that's just the story, and I'm comfortable talking about it now because obviously everyone goes through a lot of tough shit in their life. So good to talk about these things sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like with that, like you never know like how close you are to like how close you can get to an animal. Like I've never had a dog before. I've only had a cat, and like cats you're not really like that close with. You just like chill with them and they come up and just they lick you sometimes. But like dogs, like already with Uno, like you're just like so close to them and you're playing with them consistently and stuff. And I can't even imagine how that would have felt. Like
it's just that they give you just that like love and loyalty. Like they just, I don't know.
It's like
you might have a bad day. You come home
when like a dog, like it dies in the movie, and then like as bad as it sounds, like a human dies, you're like,
oh no. Have you seen I Am Legend?
Like, yeah.
When the dog dies.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the saddest, one of the saddest movies.
Tears sort of areas. Yeah. Tough. What about travels? Because you guys have done Europe before. Last year? The year before?
Yeah,
last year. Where do you really want to go? Because you're both pretty young, probably haven't done a lot of travel yet. I gather you probably want to do American sports. Where else is on the hit list?
Yeah, I feel like for me, America's like a bit of like a later thing. Like I want to conquer a lot of Europe. I just love Europe. And
you're not 21 yet either.
Yeah, I'm not even that old. Like I'm only 20. So yeah, I want to go to Greece, Croatia, but it's so hard, like footy, when it's not in the summer.
True.
but for this year, like me and Will Kelly might be going to Amsterdam again, and then going to Morocco, Egypt, and Dubai. So
Morocco, Egypt, Dubai. That's interesting.
Like,
different. I like it.
I really love conspiracy theories, and I love the pyramids. So I really want to go see that. I think it's in Aswan. So yeah, I'm pretty keen for that. And Dubai to go on sandboarding and ride camels and shit.
Live lavish, baby.
Yeah. What's your biggest conspiracy you're on at the moment? Like, even when you talk about the pyramids, what is the narrative that people think is true, and what do you think could be true?
Yeah, well, the narrative is that people built the pyramids, which is like nearly like impossible.
Yeah.
By like how they built, the way it's structured, like north, south, east, west, it's like perfectly aligned to pi, which is like 3.14. Like all this crazy shit, and it's like the actual like stone is like too heavy for a human to carry. It's like 5 ton.
So you're saying they must have had machinery or something back then?
Machinery, or like some sort of like aliens like back then. Like it's, for me, I think it's like literally impossible to be man-made. Like something must have happened, or
it would have taken like hundreds of years.
And how many pyramids are there? Is there thousands of them?
Well, there's like a main one, I think, but apparently there's like just heaps like everywhere. So
and you can obviously go in them.
Yeah, and you can go in them. Apparently,
that's
like
pretty cool.
I'm pretty claustrophobic, so apparently you can get pretty claustrophobic going in there because they're very tight. But I know you guys are, but I'm pretty keen to go have a look at that.
Where about you, Q? Where do you want to go?
My next trip, I'd love to go to the States. I know I've been talking to you a fair bit about it, and you're the king of the States. You've got all the connects over there.
Got a few little ones, but nothing too special. No.
Yeah, so that's hopefully this year. I'm still kind of working it out with my housemate as to what the logistics will be.
Yeah.
And then I'd love to just do more of Europe. And obviously I'm from Ghana, Africa. So I'm thinking about maybe next year or potentially the year after doing a trip back there. And I'd love to like organise something around taking football over there. And I know Flip's in the room, like your dad does some really special work in India. So I was kind of like taking a bit of a leaf out of that book and try and do something like that maybe in years to come.
That'd be unreal. Have you been to Africa
before?
before?
I went when I was 10 and had my 11th birthday there, I think. So a long time ago now.
Yeah.
I was there for 6 weeks, got to meet all my family, and like a really special time in my life. But it's been too long since I've been back. So would love to go.
I was actually fortunate enough to go on a trip with the AIS when they had the AFL Academy, and we actually went to South Africa to play a game. It was the under-16 Australian team, I guess, against the South African national team. And like we did a number on them, like we won by like 150 points. But we were kids and they obviously didn't know the game, but like the people there, it was in Cape Town, the game, but the people there were so energetic, like they were playing drums and
it's crazy.
Like they wouldn't really know what a goal was. I was still learning the game, but they still bang the drums when we kick goals, and
it's so
just
different.
really cool.
Yeah, it's so different. Like, imagine if like Australia had that culture of just like cricket in India or like basketball in America, just like how the fan, or more like NFL college, like how there's just like 100,000 people just going crazy, shirtless, throwing beer, just like imagine if it was like that in the AFL, it'd just be like, imagine if there's drums going.
College football, like they get like, there's like a team, the band is like a team within itself of like 100 people and they're all in sync. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm
keen to experience that.
That'd be elite. So how was Europe last year? So you guys, who else went? Johnny Noble?
Yeah, John.
Didn't last the distance?
Didn't last the distance. He was, I think he lasted 10 days.
A little in and out job.
Yeah.
Homebody?
A little sleepover with the lads in Europe and headed home.
Stay for the one. See you later.
We love you, Johnny.
Yeah, there's question marks around John Noble, so won't be travelling with him again. Let's just put it that way. John, Tyler Brown, Carl Brown, Murph and Trent. So and Will Kelly floated in and out. So we had like 8, 7, 6. Like it was an amazing trip. It's like it's pretty lucky as well. Like you don't always get to travel with like 8 of your best mates to Europe. So that's the cool thing about footy and playing for the same club. Yeah, you have the same time off, and we sort of just like went along with it. We booked flights and then we sort of booked day by day, which
just made it up on the run.
It was an expensive trip.
Was it? Yeah.
For that reason, it was expensive, but it was unreal because we could just like I remember when we went to Paris, we were like, oh, should we go to Croatia or should we go to blah, or should we go to, and we just ended up choosing Paris, and Yeah, we had an absolute ball.
What was it like in October, like weather-wise? Because Flip and I, when we were at Hawthorn a few years, we didn't make finals, so we were able to go sort of end of August, September, where it's still like, it's the end of peak season, and you sort of get the end of European summer. But was it a bit colder?
Yeah, well, I got there the 1st of October, or 2nd, and we went straight to Munich, Germany, Oktoberfest, and it was pretty cold. I remember we got off the plane, took this taxi about an hour and a half to the Oktoberfest like campsite, and we're rolling in, and it's like 8 degrees, and me and Cal Brown were sleeping in this tent, probably as big as this table, like so small, like head to toe, and it's all muddy everywhere, and we're like, oh geez, what are we in for? But yeah, it's pretty cold at the start, but you just sort of like obviously it's sort of like Melbourne, and when you're overseas having fun, you don't really care about it, I guess.
Yeah. We've got a few quick fire questions. So these are both from the Ball Magnets community and proudly brought to you by SUPERBOOST, our sponsor. So I'm just going to throw a few at you. We'll make it a bit longer than quick fire. So a few of the stock standards, but you can invite 3 people to dinner. Let's start with that. Anyone in the world, who are you inviting?
LeBron, Kendall Jenner, and
I won't be happy with that.
no,
Yeah, Mrs. won't be happy.
and Donald Trump.
True.
Yeah,
Why the last 2?
Kendall, just like
Eye
the hottest girl on the planet. Just have a look at her, I guess.
Fair.
Chew the fat.
Yeah, chew the fat.
Hypothetical, obviously.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump, I feel like he would just talk, like he'd be someone really good to talk to. Like he'd have a lot of just shit going on in his head.
Yeah.
And he'd know a lot of shit and conspiracies,
Well,
maybe.
on that, so last night I listened to a podcast by the Nelk Boys, Full Send Pod, who you actually didn't know who they were until
Just said.
today. But they also might be coming to our game on the weekend against Freo, so that's kind of cool. Hopefully we may get to meet them. But they had Trump on their podcast. They get some huge guests.
A couple times too.
Like, not quite Ginnivan, Quaynor levels, but pretty big. And yeah, they were talking about just like the world, and like we get so caught up in like what we think's problems, and then Donald Trump's talking about like how these big issues in the world, and it's just, you have to listen to it to hear him, but he just knows so much. And anyway, I don't want to get too political, but good podcast if anyone wants to listen to it.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be good. What about you?
I'm going, this could be a bit controversial, but I'm going to go Kanye West, because he's just like, I don't even know what I'd get.
Nah, it'd be huge.
And I'd love to know how his brain works, because it's very unique.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably just go Drake and LeBron James.
LBJ.
I feel like if you ask like 10,000 people, 3 people, like that know new sport, like LeBron would be legend on every
He'd
day.
be going to a lot of dinners.
Yeah, he's a busy
He's just
man.
that guy.
He's him. All right, I'll better keep LeBron to keep the trend going. And I'm going to throw a few different ones in. Flip will like these. I'm going to go Hasbulla and Beetlejuice, I reckon.
I love that.
I reckon that'd be a great dinner.
You do love your Beetlejuice, don't
I
you?
love Beetlejuice. How much do we talk about Beetlejuice?
Oh, he's a big theme at the club
He's
at the
him.
moment.
He's
yeah,
him.
he's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I loved your Instagram carousel the other day. It was like, footy pic of Q with his mates, Beetlejuice video to finish.
Yeah, Beetle, bro. He just gives a lot to the community.
It makes my life better. Like, I get that many laughs. Like, I'll scroll on TikTok or Instagram and watch Beetle videos all day.
And you know what? You end up seeing, like we've spoken about this, but you see the same videos over and over, and they get you
Still
every time.
funny.
Like it doesn't.
We've got a Beetlejuice group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just send in videos. It's grouse. Hasbulla, I reckon he started off the pace a bit.
I think
He was him for a while.
He's my most hated person on planet.
Yeah, he hates
Why?
it.
How can you literally like him?
How can you not like
He's like,
him?
He's just
he's
the
elite.
biggest, smallest loser. Biggest, smallest.
Biggest, smallest loser.
Have you seen the footage of him and Shaq together? And he jabbed Shaq on the boat?
Yeah.
But he was huge. I feel like he's gone off the pace a bit.
He's probably like saved or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, he's in the UFC.
He's probably done everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think
That's
he's
what
like,
makes me angry. Like, you're small, like, how you got money, and like, ooh. Like, I should be living that life.
He's famous for doing I don't know what. But
Yeah,
he's
he's famous.
What's he actually famous
And
for?
same as Beetlejuice, like they're just famous for like being them, like the person they are, like, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a legend though.
Oh, hats off to him.
He's
like,
coming in.
hey,
I'll
they
tell you
get
how
my
dinner goes
respect.
with him. Actually,
Yeah.
no, Hasbulla would have known Khabib and that. He was in the UFC sort of camp.
Yeah.
You know, the Russians and
Is he isn't he like the best boxer ever? Could be.
UFC fighter.
UFC,
I think so. And I don't think he's fighting again. I'm slowly getting into the UFC, like learning about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Nug boys are massive in the UFC stuff.
Dolph Ziggler or some shit.
I think they were at the party on the weekend. Do you see that?
WWE.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Do you used to watch WWE?
Yeah,
He's
I
obsessed.
love that shit. Randy Orton.
Oh yeah.
Undertaker, baby, go.
Who?
Undertaker. He's my
Undertaker.
boy.
I was in an Uber the other day with my best mate Abe, and the bloke was playing like intro music, WWE intro music. So like the Cena theme song, Triple H theme song, and like I've never like laughed so hard. And he was just like giving us all the facts, and I was like, he was like 25, like middle-aged man. He's like, yeah, man, like I love this shit, and like I was just like,
Just a frother.
so
That's so
confused.
good.
I've
I
never
was
had anything like
the
it.
same. I love WWE. Me and my brother, like we've still got home videos, like they're embarrassing to watch, but we were like on the trampoline, like my home wrestling videos, like full entrances, come out with belts. Like, I used to go to the wrestling with a belt. I'm like, far out. Like, it's embarrassing. But, like, that was me. I was not. I was not
back in the
him.
day, like that was him energy.
Yeah, was it?
It was.
Yeah.
If you had the belt that like had the spinning thing,
100%, like
and did you have the PlayStation game?
Yeah, PlayStation game like that.
I had
That
the
was.
figures.
What was it called?
Yeah,
King
figures.
King of the Ring. Like when you used to throw them over.
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was goated.
Well, in Europe, me, Trent, and Tyler, when we were bored and like so exhausted, that's what we'd be watching, just Royal Rumble highlights. So fun.
So good.
Spent too much time watching that.
Yeah.
There's been a few videos pop up on my feed lately of like, and it's actually interesting. Like, obviously wrestling is not real. I think it's not, but like when people actually get injured during a fight in wrestling. Have you seen some of those videos?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
like there's one where Vince McMahon tears both his hammies and he's like on the ground, he can't get up, and he's like still got a match to fight, and then he's like, I don't know what to do. They must have a code word or something.
Legit. There's crazy one, like now, I think in like Logan Paul is in it, and he's like jumping from
He
like
did his ACL or something.
Yeah,
MCL or
he's
something.
jumping from like barricades up, and like I'm like,
Do you remember Jeff Hardy?
How's that
Yeah,
not
Oh, he was loose.
crazy. Was it Swanton Bomb?
Swanton bomb. He was next level. Like
crazy.
he would jump off like 30-meter buildings.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's cool.
Oh, let's go. Keep the top 3 trend going. Top 3 wrestlers all time. Just interpret, not best, but just favorite.
Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Kobe Kingston for me.
See, those, the first one and the last one you mentioned, that's like a different era to me.
Yeah, see, like
I'm more the
you're like
traditional.
old.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
like,
the
you're like
traditionals
45. I'm like
Yeah.
19.
True.
I'd be Undertaker, Kane,
Brothers.
yeah, brothers, and
Well,
nah,
big show.
Mark Henry, my boy, big
He's
dog,
big
dog,
man.
He's my boy.
What shorts would he wear? Because we were talking about shorts before. Guinea wears 2XL. I'm XL. You're just large.
I'm large.
Like even big Mark Henry would be a quadruple
yeah.
XL.
Nah, he like 10.
He used to wear like the one piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He did, like a leotard.
No way I'm rolling out now.
Yeah, your junk's getting all pushed
Big
up. That's
Rikishi,
not
he
it.
was big too.
Yeah. What about you?
I'll go. Oh, I like the guys who could bit of trickery.
You're like Ric Flair, like that.
Literally had no moves, just sloppiest rig, white hair, and just slap people.
Hulk Hogan, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
619.
I'll go Jeff Hardy, and I'll go Trish Stratus. Do you remember her?
I don't even know who that is.
Just to
Nah.
throw a girl in there. She's
love that.
great. Yeah.
I might have to look into that.
She was good wrestler, and
Great.
Tori Wilson, she was also good.
I can't even remember.
I just love that era though, like even like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Like that was like my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a couple years older than us, so
Yeah.
that's like you're like that crop before.
Yeah. Next, that was not a quick fire question, but I loved where that went.
Yeah. Just let it flow.
What was the
I don't know.
question
I think
about?
it started with top 3 people dinner, did it?
Yeah, people at dinner
yeah.
and
And we've gone on 5 tangents. That's goated. That's when you know a potty's going well. Last meal, like this is your last day today. You can pick breakfast, lunch, or dinner firstly, and then pick drink, food, dessert. Like what are you having?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Nah, pick one of
choose
them.
one.
You go first.
This is I don't know if this is actually my answer, but I'm making my own chili scramble.
No.
The best chili scramble
No.
in Melbourne.
No.
Yeah. I've perfected the craft of the chili scramble, and I'm whipping that up with as many eggs as I want, maybe even 6, 7 eggs.
6, 7, that's a lot of protein.
Yeah,
no wonder
I'm
you're
chewing
bulking.
big. And then
I'll be honest, he does make good chili scramble.
So how do you make it?
I can't tell you my secrets, baby.
Shit.
Yeah, come on.
I'm just settle for.
But I have to give a shout out to Cheeky Monkey. Because that's where I've kind of, that's the best, that's my favourite chili scramble in Melbourne from a cafe.
Yeah.
And I've kind of just taken what they do.
So you ask them for the recipe?
Nah,
Yeah,
but no. I just know what's in there. And then the guy that makes the chili oil that they use gave me a bottle of their chili oil, special chili oil.
So there's your trick.
It's unbelievable, I'll be honest. And the good thing with having it at home, you can have 10 pieces of toast, 10 eggs.
You can chew big.
Yeah, big chew, yeah. All right, so you're just having that, no drink?
And then I'd love just a, you know what? Can I have 2 drinks? Is that all right with you?
You can do whatever you want. It's your last meal.
I'm actually going to have a super boost.
Wow.
I'm going out hydrated, baby. I'm going out hydrated, and then I'm
going out feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, and then I'm having a skinny latte because I need my coffee, baby.
That's elite. Love that.
Me, drink.
What
can get chubby if I want to be. So.
Hey, there's
What do you want?
no skin folds now.
Yeah, I'd be a good fan, I'll be honest. Chocolate milkshake.
I'm on that massively.
Just like, day after a game, I've been sometimes having one of those. They're just that nice. That, and then like a really good fruit salad. Like, I know that sounds real bad.
shit.
But
You're
like,
also going out healthy.
No, I'm
but
bad
like,
on that.
if you have like the best bit of a watermelon, the best bit of mango, the best bit of
Pineapple?
pineapple, like
Yeah.
nice. I think of like the best time you've eaten that fruit, like all that combined with
pretty
passion
elite.
fruit on top.
That's
Like,
pretty elite.
My mum used to make the best fruit salad. And you know, like the watermelon, like how you don't like the white bits on the bottom, like never get that in there. Like just the nice bits of everything.
Yeah.
Would be elite, I reckon. So I'm going with that.
So that's pretty healthy.
You're going out like hungry.
Yeah.
This guy's barely eating, bro.
Do you want more?
You're having chocolate milk and some fruit.
Yeah.
No,
You
but like-
have something with a bit of substance in it.
Probably like a carbonara, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll call that.
Yeah, respect.
real creamy.
I'm going to start from, this isn't what I would eat it in, but I would end on a yochi.
Love that.
Yeah, I'd go out on
What
a
flavour
yochi.
yochi, just quickly?
I would go,
Taro.
what's like the salted carrot? Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Yeah.
Respect.
So controversial this. Sometimes I get yochi just with the yochi, like the
I'm on that.
yogurt, and then just like a bit of sauce and no toppings.
What sort of sauce?
Just like the butterscotch sauce, I think it is.
No, that's not
That's
sauce.
real vanilla areas. But is that controversial or not?
It probably would be to a lot of people, but I actually am pretty, like sometimes I'll just get that and then some strawberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's
Huge.
it.
Add
Yeah.
some strawberries.
Yeah,
That's
a little bit
strawberries,
fruit,
so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I feel-
Okay, I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna go chocolate thick shake instead of milkshake.
Love that.
Just a bit more ice cream in there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go random one, but like chicken enchiladas. When they're done well, my housemate
Enchiladas.
Zav, shout out to Zav, he makes the best. So
They were one of my childhood favourites, I'll be
yeah,
honest.
I like that we had a bit of diversity because I feel like people will go real mainstream with that.
Yeah.
To
We
throw
all
a fruit
try
salad on the way out, it's pretty elite.
And then you wanted me to add, I thought it was one meal, so I went fruit salad. But then,
That's a snack.
no, but,
You're not having fruit salad for dinner.
but I'm on death row. I'm eating this fruit salad.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
your
you
death
might get
row.
another year out.
You're right. Yeah.
You might hang in there.
I'm
with that,
like, damn,
with that
boy's
help.
looking good, bro. Let's
Yeah.
give him another year.
So good. All right. I had one more good one. Yeah, let's go back to, we haven't spoken about footy, which I actually love. It's great. But let's do toughest opponent and favourite player growing up.
Yeah, I was a Hawks supporter, so favourite player growing up was Sirioli, just like the goat.
So good.
And then that was when I was real young, and then when I got older, Toby Green was my favourite. Just like that's basically who I want to be when I become a bit older and a bit stronger and a bit
couple
bigger.
hymns right there, yeah.
Tobe, and then what was the other question?
Let's just do that. I like that. Favourite player is good.
Yeah,
What is it about them? Like, is it because it's a similar position, obviously?
Well, I think just like Toby Green, like small forward, I reckon he's probably my height. He can contested mark, ground ball. Like Q's probably gonna say it in a second anyway, but he's just like he can do everything. Like, and he doesn't get enough recognition, I reckon. Like he's averaging like 3 goals and 20 touches.
In the hardest position on the ground, I would say.
And just because he's playing in GWS, everyone's like, and he's a captain, they expect it. But like to average 3 and 20 is just like built different. So yeah, he's my boy.
You played on him?
Yeah, well, he'd be my toughest opponent for sure.
Yeah.
Kicked 4 and 3/4, I think, or 5 3/4.
What did you find the hardest about him?
Well, what Ginny said, like he can do everything. Like he's aerially strong, he's strong on the ground ball. But what I found really hard is like someone who's his height and is not a key position to be like the #1 target inside 50. Like every kick basically was going into him, and I wasn't used to that. So like, yeah, I felt like I had to compete in a lot more aerials and a lot more one-on-ones, and yeah, he just got the best of me that day. So he's definitely the hardest opponent. And then my favourite player growing up was Buddy Franklin, hands down. So it's pretty cool that played against him a couple of times, and yeah, it's always pretty surreal.
Yeah, that's elite. So Toby and I actually grew up, like we've been mates since we were about 5 years old. We went all through junior footy together. So Ashburton Junior Footy Club, yeah. Jack Viney as well was there. But we played from bottom age, under 9s. Before that we played basketball together, right until under 15s. And then obviously went our separate ways. But like, yeah, he was not, like he was a gun junior. But he wasn't selected by Oakley in like the under 16s and 15s and these sorts of things. Wow. I remember chatting to my dad at the time. We're like, how is Toby not in this squad? And like no one knew of him then. And then we actually had to get in touch with a few people from Oakley Chargers and be like, you need to look at this kid. And it wasn't until under 18s when they finally took a look at him. And then that year he just went, I think he was like picked 10. We're still great mates today. And then he's probably best player in the comp, one of his top 5. And like, yeah, he's so funny. Like to see his progression from like a kid to like now, like he was like a real rat bag. Like me and him used to knock around a bit and muck around a heap and things like that. And now he's like a captain of an AFL club. Like he would have been the last person I would have said be captain, like nowhere near it.
I reckon there was a podcast Josh Bruce did, and he was talking, I don't know if it was Josh Bruce, but it was an old Giants player, and he was saying that them two like went out in the town.
It's Josh Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce went out in the town and blah, blah, like.
And he didn't say that he did it.
Yeah, didn't say that he did it to Kevin Sheedy, was probably the coach at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that's a pisser. Like, and it would have been that fun. Like, I think Tay was there as well. Like, all the 18-year-old boys just playing for an AFL club, just getting on the beers and just training.
I think about some of the stuff me and Toby did. Like, we used to do like junior club nights at your club on like a Sunday night. So it'd be like all the kids at the club from whatever ages, all the parents there, and me and Toby would go down with a few other boys. Like there's like a tap around the side and just fill it up with water bombs and just like launch them into the crowd, just like stupid stuff. But like we're doing that when we're 10. I'm like, how's this guy captain of AFL club? So I just remember some funny things like that. My favourite player growing up would be Gary Ablett Jr. Easy.
Star.
You on him or not?
Yeah, he's the best player to ever play.
I agree. Yes.
Behind Whisper.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I think Nick could be.
Nah,
he's on track, but he is already. He's a star.
He's different.
But yeah, Gary Ablett, like he's just, I don't know, he's just that guy. I don't know, he's just a freak. I just loved everything. You couldn't tackle him, find the ball, kick goals. Great person as well. Like I went on this basketball trip one year, end of 2017, I reckon, got to know him. We met Steph Curry, KD on that trip. I think I might have told you guys this story. This is pretty funny. So, and I've told it a couple of times. I think I've told Gary, he thought it was hilarious. So he got to New York late. We all met in New York. There's a few players from around the league. And he said, guys, if anyone wants to train, like while we're over here, like, let's get a group together, make a WhatsApp group and whatnot, and do some work before we get back to our clubs in pre-season. And so Gary came a few days to the trip later, and so he sent a message out at about like 2 a.m. one night saying, hey guys, like random message, but I'm jet lagged, I can't sleep, I'm gonna go work out, if anyone wants to join, like come along. And I just come back from a night out back to the hotel. I was with Lear, Harry Cunningham, a few of my mates from the Swans. I'm like, boys, Gaz just sent a message saying like he's doing a session. They're like, yeah, like we'll just give that one a miss and like do the next one. I'm like, no, like he's the go. He's my favourite player of all time. Like I can't miss this, and I'm pretty like tipsy. Like I'm pretty blind. Like I've had a few that night. I'm like, I think I have to do it. Like and they're like, what are you doing? Like we're all sharing a room. I'm like, nah, I got to do it. Like, and so like I went down there and met him. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be tough, but I just have to tough this out. So I'm on the treadmill running next to him. Like little does he know, like I've probably had like 6 beers that night, and I got the session done, but then I was hurting. Got back to the room, I was in pain, like. never done anything like that before, but like couldn't pass up the opportunity.
That's pretty dope.
Like, would you do the same?
Yeah, probably not.
You just sit in the room and eat fruit salad instead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's elite. Boys, great chat. I think the barbershop is a new setup, a new way to go.
Yeah, this is dope.
Shout out to Pivotal Conversations as well for having us in here. But yeah, a huge shout out as well to you boys for coming on. We've had some big guests, and I reckon you guys are right at the top of the tree. Giddy, Pereira, Cam Johnson, Guinea, Q. We've had some good ones. Been very lucky, so grateful for you guys. Love playing with you boys and love you as blokes as well. Also, thanks to SUPERBOOST for being our sponsor of the pod. The boys love SUPERBOOST. I love SUPERBOOST. Doing some great things in this space, and hopefully can get out there more and more. More people need to try it. It's one of the best sports products out there. So shout out to them, and hope everyone enjoyed the pod.
Peace. Speak dog.
Balencies.